Messy May is just around the corner, and I thought that I was going to join in the fun for this Messy May. I don't know too much about it. I've never participated before, but it's a collaboration with artists, and every day there's a prompt, and you do a junk journal, mixed media kind of thing. And so I thought, oh my goodness, I want to give it a try. Not that I can do a video every day, but I really like the ish on everything. So I have the Messy May instructions, which number one, show up imperfectly for 31-ish days. Love that. Number two, embrace the messy middle. And I mean, I'm in the messy junk room, so participating in Messy May just makes sense to me. And number three, remember, more than zero is enough. I love that too. So it is put on by Messy Art. I'll have links below. And it's a daily-ish journaling challenge for imperfect creatives. Isn't that awesome? So this is, I'm reading on here because I don't want to give misinformation. So this 31-day challenge is for igniting a new creative habit, reviving one you miss, or turning an established practice into an unstoppable force. All you need to do is show up as you are daily-ish 31 times. I love it. I've printed off the prompt list. It's a very different prompt list than what I'm used to. So I'm going to show you how I approach this. I got to put together a little journal for this, and I'm not going big. I'm just going to keep it in small-ish size so that I can manage it. They do have where you can purchase their Messy May blank journals, and there's bundles and there's ephemera packs and all of that stuff. But I'm just learning about this, so I don't even have time to purchase their junk journal, which I think would be pretty cool to have. So I'm going to make one and use what I have in this messy junk room. So I hope that you will be inspired over the month of May. They have 31 YouTubers coming on to do this daily prompt, and I'm really curious of how to do some of them because I'm at a loss already. So I think it's going to be exciting. I think it's going to be a little bit of a growth time for me into mixed media art and a little bit more in that world, and just see what happens. Whew, it's going to be great fun. So we're just going to whip up a little junk journal and not think too much about it and having it perfect. I'm just going to get it ready-ish. I brought this journal out because I think this is the size that I want for Messy May. I love the feel of it. And this is actually my grunge one where I play with grunge. It's completely and totally made out of junk mail envelopes, and it's very, very grungy. And I haven't added a whole lot in here. I've added a couple of things that I feel are grungy type of things. But I love the size. I love the squishiness of it. And it was made from an A&W bag that came in the junk room. And I love that idea. So I went hunting, and I didn't find A&W bag, but I did find the same height of a bag, a little bit smaller, of Wendy's, grease marks and all. This has 2 signatures in. I think I'm just going to just plain papers, maybe a couple of different types, but I'm going to keep it plain. I want to keep it bright colors. I'm not very good with putting bright colors, vivid colors together, bold colors. although I like it. This is going to be my Messy May challenge for me. The first thing I do is I just go down the prompt list and go, yep, okay, yep. Oh, what does that even mean? I had to look up some words because I want to know what the words mean, and then kind of how do I turn that into mixed media. The hashtag is Get Messy May, and their website is www.getmessymay.com. For example, I thought I kind of knew what prologue was, but I looked it up just to clarify. The rest of them I thought on this side I knew what they meant. I don't know what I'm going to create with now. It's for your interpretation. And then on this side, I thought I knew what serendipity meant, but I looked that one up. I know what metamorphosis is, but I also looked that up just to confirm what I thought I knew. And then I know Phoenix, but again, I looked up some of these just to clarify for myself so I knew where it was coming from. Every day there is an artist that will be doing those prompts. On May 1st, someone is going to be doing the prologue, and I forgot to print that off, but I will do that and bring it in at some point. I'm excited. I will not be able to do a video every day, but I will do my best daily-ish journaling challenge. I'll come back to that list. Right now I just want to make the journal. If I open this up as kind of my guide, I'm just going to open this up. I really like making these paper bag junk journals. I opened that up just to give me a little more real estate to work with. So now I can cut it better. I really like the size of this. I'm going to mark kind of where I want it. I'm just going to leave these in. I'm going to glue them down, and that just provides a little more stability. So glue that down. Same with this side. Glue it down. Now I'm going to sew around it. If you are not sewing, you want to make sure that you do a thorough job of your glue right to the edge. I think I'm just going to, if I fold this in half, I think I'm just going to leave that as is because I like the fact that it's a recycled bag with grease spots and everything. I have a couple of these pads from my dollar store, sketch pads. They're a little bit thicker. I don't know what I'm using on these pages, but I thought I'll get some of these ready. I also have another type of sketch pad from the dollar store, and it's thicker than this one. Use some of those. I picked up this book from the thrift store, and it looks like somebody had pictures there at one time in 1994, 1991. But the cool thing about it is it has this kind of like vellum. But I'm going to use one of those, and I'm going to pull out one that doesn't have the picture mark on because it's a heavy one. I saw Meg at Meg Journals get her Messy May journal ready, and she got the one from Messy Art website, and so I was able to see a couple of pages inside that they had included. And there was some different types of paper, including, I think, a vellum one. I'm thinking, how many days are in May? Anybody off the top of your head? 31 days. I'm leaving that rough edges on. They may or may not stay on. And I'll have to cut all these down to size. This is really heavy, almost. I'd say it's a cardstock, this one. How many do I have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I'm going to get 4 more, so I have 16 altogether. I'll do 8 and 8. I'll start with these two and then just divide it up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And I thought about going to this dollar store, getting a blank journal. Thought about having these all nicely trimmed. I'm like, it doesn't have to be exactly the same, and why not use what we have instead of going out and buying something. We put these together, don't want those two together. Maybe here, and this in the middle. And that will fit right in there. I might even be able to trim a little bit. I'm going to get the next signature ready. I'm going to find material that I want for the cover, and then we'll come and we'll sew in the signatures and we'll be ready. I have my 2 signatures. And when I was looking for fabric, I found my old jeans, and I'm like, I don't want to cut into really good fabric if I can use these. And I think I can, and I love the feel of the jeans. If I put this seam like that, it might be hard to go through, but if I put it more like that, that would work. Now these have a stretch to it, so they do not tear well. And I'm just gonna Mod Podge because it's here. I just want to get it on in place so I can have a better idea of how to cut it down. Anybody wants to come and clean up the messy junk room, that would be great. I'm I'm going to put it like that. Let's put this down. That's all I need for the glue. Just bring this over. There's a little bit of bunching going on here. I'm going to continue just trimming around, and then I'm going to sew it, and then I'll be back. Here we go. Perfect? No. Messy? Absolutely. Oh, I think it's going to have not as squishy as the other one, but the other one had lots of envelopes and already stuff done to it. I could do it either way. It hasn't been, written in stone, but I'm going to do it this way because I just kind of like that. Now it's time to sew in these signatures. On the inside, I used blue thread, which I wanted on the outside. Oh, bother. I haven't used black before, so let's do that. Why not? Get one of those scrap pieces. Is that the same height? Yep. When I do signatures, I just get a template. So that we know where the middle is, because we always need to have one in the middle. And then I do it again, depending on how many I want. And I open it up. So our middle is this one. Oh, I should make sure I know this is the top. Oh, I suppose it would be really secure. And then I want them to go on either side of that middle line, but not too far away from that middle line. So if we do this, in theory, they would be here, 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 here. Where'd that last one go? I don't even think I did that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, it's just not coming through there. I poke my template, including that middle one, because I am going to use it after I poke out the other holes. I call these the guitar strings. Then I take this. Yep, it's still all right. And line it up. Make sure it's in the crease there. Yep. Like that. Can I see those? Yep. Whoops. So making my marks. So they're equally distanced from the center. Oop. I see the indentation. And then I poke these holes. Now the fabric, the jeans is moving around on me, so this could spell disaster because I didn't sew it anywhere else except the side. So it might not be exact, but hey, if we plan it to be messy, then no one will really know that it was not intentional. Put that at the top. And this is where I'm using the center hole. And you can use clips, and I usually use more than one awl. I usually use enough awls for every hole to keep it in place. So then find the center and get everything back in line. That's where all the awls come into play. And I'm just going to start at the bottom and weave up and down. That out. Go. Just checking to make sure I'm in the right line. Oh, this is gotta. Whoops. This had a little, I find these awls after a little while get this little hook. So I have to go in and snip it off. Where's that hole? Okay, there we go. And then we just go back up. White might have been a good one. I think I came up and split the thread. So that's the thing you have to watch, is don't split your thread, because if you do, it won't tighten up. Sorry if I'm off camera. I'm trying to see. Definitely came right up in the middle of those threads. So I don't want to do that. I have to get really close. I still think that came up in the wrong place. Okay. Ow. And then we tighten it up. Check to make sure it's tight over here. It seems to be. And then we're gonna tie these off. I'm gonna do a double box knot. That one's done. Now we do the last one. So I'm gonna go ahead and do this off camera, and then I will be back to finish this journal. It's all put together. Just a little mess there in the corner, but it's at the back. And this is curling back, so I might have to do something about that. I'm not doing anything on the cover yet or the closure yet because I'm just not sure what I want to do for this little junk journal or how chunky monkey it's going to get. But it's ready for Messy May. Here are my prompts, and this is over on Instagram at Get Messy Journal on Instagram, and the hashtag is Get Messy May. This is the lineup for creators every day. Can't wait to see what they're going to do with this prompt list. And with the prompt list, I looked up a couple words just so I had a clear definition. So prologue is like an introductory speech offer in verse or an introductory part of a discourse, poem, or novel. Other related words are foreword or prelude. So now I get that. Serendipity is accidental discovery. Related words are fluke or happenstance. Metamorphosis, change of physical form, structure, a striking alteration in appearance, character, or circumstances. And other words related to that, evolution, rebirth. And phoenix, a mythical bird of great beauty, or a person, thing that has become renewed or restored after suffering calamity. And other words are treasure, masterpiece, and gem. I hope you'll join in. I hope you get lots of inspiration from all the creators and even from me and what I do. And I think it's just going to be a really great May of growth and experimenting. Thanks so much, everybody. Bye-bye.